Hey, real estate besties. Are you looking for tips for when showing a home? Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, it's Rosemary Lewis, your real estate bestie, and today I am going to share with you some tips that you need to follow when you get out here and you are starting to show homes. But before we get into it, do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and give your girl a thumbs up. Go ahead and give a thumbs up right now. Share this video with your friends because we want to make sure that you don't run your mouth and miss out on a sale when you are showing homes. Now, when I first got into real estate, I had a mentor. And one of the first things that my mentor, or that I asked of my mentor, was I wanted to shadow her, or I would like to even role play with her on what it might look like in order to show homes. Now, she was just kind of like, Rosemary, it will be fine. You will do okay. And I understand that her schedule is busy, but I'm going to tell you, a lot of agents make mistakes when we are showing homes. And I wish that she would have been able to just go over, give me some tips, but no worries. I'm your real estate bestie and I have you. So first things first, y'all, when it comes to showing a home, is that you want to make sure that before you get out here and that you are showing homes to any potential clients, that you have already had a buyer's consultation with them and you have fully vetted to make sure that they can actually purchase the home before you show it. We don't want to waste your time. We don't want to waste the seller's time. And we want to make sure that, we are putting forth our best practices. And the number one best practice is to make sure that you are working with someone who is qualified to actually purchase the home. And a lot of times I get all of that qualifying information throughout the consultation process. So that is first things first. In that consultation process, I really work to make sure I understand what their needs and wants are so that we are starting to, funnel down and actually match them with the homes that make the most sense. And I know you've already done your homework. You've started to do that. Now, what do you need to focus on? So number one, you need to schedule the appointment. And there are different appointment setting tools that listing agents use. So refer to the MLS because many times the MLS will let you know exactly how you need to make the appointment. Now, for many of these appointment companies that handle and facilitate the appointments, you may have to have a membership or an e-key or Supra. So just make sure that you have everything that you need to actually actively start showing homes. And your broker or your local realtor board should be able to help you determine those things. Now you're going to set the appointment. When you set the appointment, I am going to encourage you to get there a few minutes before the appointment starts. And this is what I mean. So let's just say I am setting an appointment up. I may set the appointment up from 3:15 to 4 o'clock, but I let my client know that it's for 3 o'clock. The reason being is that I want an opportunity to get there first, right? I don't want to be all rushed and overwhelmed when they get there, especially if it's our first one for the day. And if possible, I like to walk the home and familiarize myself with the home before you go. Okay, so arriving a few minutes early before showings and making sure that you have a little bit of time to walk the home. I like to open the door and welcome my clients into the home. Now, here is the next thing. Make sure that you have an MLS printout of all of the details of the property available with you. Now, this may be something, I'm old school, so I still like to print out the papers, or you can download things to your phone, whatever that looks like. I just want to make sure that I am a competent resource as I'm walking a home with my client. So if they have questions about what school it zones to, or what the tax rate is, or, those different things about the house that I can't see with the naked eye, I want to have a resource here to make sure that I'm the expert and let them know, if it's something that I'm not 100% sure of, I will follow up with them and I will let them know. Okay. Now let's talk about when you're in the actual home with your clients. Stick to the material facts about the home and shy away from your opinion. So material facts are, okay, this is bright. It looks like they have recently painted. Or if you notice any areas that may be in need of repair, it's okay to point those things out. It's okay to, if you notice something that's the different material that may be used for the kitchen, or these type of windows, or if you notice an upgrade, it's definitely okay to point out those material facts. Now, I'm not doing a whole lot of talking when I am showing a home because I am listening, right? I want to listen to what my client's feedback is, because based on how they're reacting to the home, it's going to cue me in on whether or not this is the one. And sometimes when they actually get out and start looking at homes, there are things that might present themselves that didn't present themselves in your consultation. So a great example might be you walk into a primary bathroom attached to a primary suite. And let's just say that there is not a tub there, it's just a huge shower. Are they gonna say, oh my goodness, I have to have a tub, or I'm okay with that? That's something that may have not come up on during your consultation, but as you're walking homes, it'll help cue you in the future, right? If they absolutely have to have a tub, then maybe now you exclude the homes that don't have a tub because you don't want to waste your time. So spending time listening. Now, speaking of a good way to spend your time, I'm going to tell you a way that you don't want to spend your time is by spewing out your opinion. Oh, I love these floors. Oh, I hate this. Or I wouldn't live there. Oh, they got to be crazy. This is not your house, right? Remember, we want to stick to the material facts, because this is something that I've learned a long time ago, is that something that might be a perfect fit for my buyer, it could be a home that just would not be a go for me at all. And guess what? I'm not buying the house. Now, I do have a responsibility, again, to point out material facts that they need to know, because this is a very large investment. But if I don't necessarily like the purple walls in the kids' rooms, that is none of my business, right? Now, if they ask me about a paint quote or something like that, yes. But a lot of times I have seen agents go in and kill a deal by spewing out their opinion, or being so opinionated that your client feels like they can't get a word in because you steady are telling them what you would or wouldn't do if this was your house. It's not your house, right? It's not your time to shine. Keep all those opinions to yourself when it is time for you to purchase a home. But here we are literally here to guide along the process. And a lot of times, if we are so focused on talking and spewing out our opinion instead of actually listening to what they're saying, watching the body language to see what they're not saying, picking up on what's going to work and what's not, then it will be an absolute disaster. At the end of the showings, a lot of times, literally right while I am at a house, I will ask my clients for feedback, okay? And this feedback will help me in a couple of ways. Number one is going to help me pinpoint on, is this actually something that they're interested in and may be ready to offer on? Or what feedback can I provide to the listing agent? Because as a professional courtesy, I think that it's great to provide that feedback. Now, also, when I'm asking for that feedback, I ask my clients to rate it, right? On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give this one, right? Oh, it's a 4. Okay. And is it a 4 because of this, this, and this, or this, this, and this? Or, oh my goodness, you rated this one high, right? It's an 8, because we know that no house is going to be absolutely perfect. So if it was an 8, like what might hold you back from, offering on this one, because an 8 is a really high score. So asking them to rate it just gives you a gauge of really where they are and what they are thinking. And then finally, this goes without saying, listen, lock up the house properly and return the key back to wherever you got it from. I have seen so many times where agents will put a key in their back pocket or do something. They will literally push the lockbox back only to find out that they have walked away with the key. So make sure that you are securing the property, that you are returning the key back to where it belongs, because your license is on the line, right? You have this seller and this listing agent, they have entrusted you to guide your clients through the property, and we want to make sure that we take care of it and we return their property back to them as securely as possible. Okay, now if you made it to the end of this video and you are not subscribed to my channel, listen, what are you doing with your life? Go ahead and subscribe, and then help your girl out in comments, or listen, go to rosemarylewis.com/ads. Ask me any question, and not only will I create a podcast episode, but perhaps I'll make a YouTube video about it too, because I want to make sure that we're doing everything possible so that you are successful in your real estate business. So again, rosemarylewis.com/ads, and I will see you next time, besties. Bye, y'all.